From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
Nationwide nursing shortage affecting medical facilities across Montana, even the Gallatin County Detention Center. The problems that's causing coming up next.
I'm Joe St. George in New Bloomington, Ohio. Why are farmers so upset with the proposed rule meant to impact Wall Street? We'll break down a new proposal by the SEC and how it might impact the local farm next.
6:31 on this Monday. Chet Lehman, Matt Elwell with you here. Beautiful morning in the mining city. By the way, congratulations to Joe St. George. Just recently got married.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, so you follow him on Twitter?
I followed him.
Yep.
Yeah, I posted a picture. Congratulations to he and his new bride.
That's awesome.
Beautiful morning out there, Matt.
Yeah, it really is. The temperatures are comfortable now. It's not going to be comfortable this afternoon. We're talking clear skies, but most of us into the 40s and 50s. To start the morning.
Hydration.
Gotcha. That's right.
Hydration. I'm starting now.
Right there. Temperatures are going to warm up quickly because Futurecast has hardly a cloud to be seen in our skies through the morning or afternoon, to be quite honest. Daytime highs near the 90-degree mark, certainly above the average for this point in the year. Keep in mind, the next several days remain pretty dry, and then we may see some showers and thunderstorms later this week, probably more toward the weekend. We'll talk more about the timing on that, of course, in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Matt. 6:32. Right now, there are more than 140 inmates at the Gallatin County Detention Center. TN's Jane McDonald recently walked through the center to learn the needs inside those four walls, like the need for healthcare workers.
We have a whole medical wing that has examination rooms.
Now the nursing shortage, that's something that's affecting the state, the nation, but also the people that are just beyond this wall in the detention center.
The ability to find nursing and staff just really tanked, and travel nursing picked up. So a lot of people that were looking for positions went to travel nursing.
Clinic director Joyce Young says they have never been short like this before.
We usually have several applications whenever we have an opening, and we have not had any since October.
That means the clinic in the detention center is open fewer hours a day. Nurses are picking up overtime there, and sometimes they need to prioritize their patients.
We have to bump them, and we have to kind of triage and say, you're not as important today as this person we have right now.
There are 4 nurses working at the moment, with retirement looming for some.
So my biggest worry is something happens to the staff that I have, or they get sick. We would be really in a bad place.
So they get creative with scheduling and on-call times, but what is it like working inside the walls of the detention center?
It's not like you see on A&E or some of the other TV shows where the detention centers are crazy. It's a very respectful organization and respectful system.
Director Young says if a fast-paced, ever-changing environment intrigues someone, apply. Links and resources can be found on our website. In Bozeman, Jane McDonald, MTN News.
6:34 now. Just what role do farmers play when it comes to climate change? Some Americans say they need to be held more accountable. Others might argue farmers are transitioning on their own quite well. The debate over possible new environmental reporting regulations is heating up, though, with farmers telling us Washington's latest idea could mean even higher food prices.
So there's one silk for every kernel of corn.
It's a good crop year for Cy Prettyman, and while I believed him outside the field,
a lot of ears in here.
I really believed him while in it. Feels like we're in the jungle.
Yeah.
But as much as I'd like to just talk about corn, I'm on Cy's farm today to talk about the SEC. And no, I'm not talking about the college football conference. In government, the SEC stands for the Securities and Exchange Commission. They're tasked with regulating Wall Street and publicly traded companies. The agency has proposed a rule to force those companies to start telling their investors about their climate data, emissions, and risks. You might be wondering, what does Wall Street have to do with Cy's farm in Ohio?
Farmers and ranchers have never been regulated by the SEC.
Cy's concern is that farms often do business with publicly traded companies that may, under this proposed rule, demand farmers start providing details on how much emissions are coming out of their tractors, for example.
These closing wheels come through.
It tells me the typical farmer
These are basically just the tractor controls.
Doesn't have the time or the staff to do that.
We've only got limited resources on our farm to do what we do.
Of course, there is another side to this debate, some believing that the country needs to start holding all businesses more accountable for their emissions. And yes, that includes the family farm.
People have died because of climate change.
Stephen Rothstein is with Ceres, a nonprofit focused on making the economy more sustainable. He says the heat from the past few weeks is reason enough to focus more on the climate. If companies must report, it may promote change, he says.
I'm not saying companies have to do certain things for climate. All it says they have to disclose, so then their investors, the market, their owners, can make decisions whether they feel that's good or not.
Rothstein expects a final rule by the SEC by the end of the year, and he suspects there may be changes to make the smaller contributors to companies like family farms exempt.
It's always tough.
As for Cy, who's with the Ohio Farm Bureau, he says farmers will be watching this closely. Lawsuits will likely follow if farms are not exempt, and he says possible increases in food prices may occur, especially if he has to start telling the SEC how much CO2 was emitted from dropping fungicide on his crop.
Potentially that leads to higher costs for the consumer.
In New Bloomington, Ohio, I'm Joe St. George.
All right, in other news this morning, the price at the pump might be dropping, but we're still handing over a lot of money for groceries. A new report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics says food prices have soared 13% over the past year. Newsy's Kat Sandoval adds up the latest receipt.
Ah, the all-American cheeseburger. Delicious and, like most foods, getting more expensive. New numbers released this week by the government gave us a little good news on the inflation front. On a monthly basis, prices overall were unchanged from June to July. That's the first time that's happened in over 2 years.
I just want to say a number. 0. Today, we received news that our economy had 0% inflation in the month of July.
But the cost of food up 1.1% in July, and year to year up about 13% over July of 2021, the largest 12-month increase since March of 1979.
If you just go into the grocery store mindlessly, man, your grocery prices could have doubled with what's going on right now.
That burger, the government said beef was about 3.4% more expensive last month than it was in July of 2021. The cheese up 12.5% year to year. Bakery products like buns, 13.7%. Wash it down with a soda, that'll be 12.9% more, or a beer, up 4.6%. About the only thing that costs less on that burger would be tomatoes, which are about 1.4% cheaper now than a year ago.
Food prices is probably, the place where we didn't see as much progress as we'd like.
Several factors have contributed to rising prices: higher costs of fuel and labor, a deadly avian flu in the U.S., a drought in Brazil, and the war in Ukraine. Consumers are seeing year-to-year increases in milk, breakfast cereal, and potatoes.
Where you actually notice your bill now.
For Michael Nelson in Cleveland, the rise in food prices has him rethinking what he puts in his cart.
I'm more discriminating about what I buy now. I don't buy so many of the luxury items, the desserts and so forth. You cut back.
There are ways to trim your grocery bills.
Right now, it's safe to say that just eating is getting more expensive, but you're still able to find some really inexpensive, healthy options.
Registered dietitian Amy Patton says make more meatless meals. Use beans and lentils as protein instead. Cut up produce because pre-cut fruits and vegetables are more expensive.
Maybe you're making, a big stew or a big stir fry and you're using a recipe that calls for a cup of celery, for example. Maybe you take that celery and you dice it up or slice it, and then you have it for snacks with hummus or peanut butter.
Lastly, stock up on staples that can be used for different meals.
All right, 6:39, Butte's Henri Ra Irish Festival held this past weekend. MTN's John Amy was there to capture some of the highlights and how folks felt about the event finally returning back to the mining city.
The Henri Ra Irish Festival has returned to the most Irish city in America, Butte, Montana. And after 2 years of being canceled due to the pandemic, people are happy to see this event back again.
I love it being out. Yeah, COVID sucked.
What do you think of the festival? Come back after 2 years.
Oh, I think it's awesome. It was missed. It was certainly missed. I'm glad it's back.
I love playing here, and it's a town that's mad for the music and the culture. So when you're on stage, you're really communicating. You're in a dialogue with the audience. We get so much back from Butte audiences.
my canoe away, we lost the island on Mackie's green shamrock shore.
I just like the whole culture, you know, and it's kind of like the folk festival downsized, where it's very approachable, and the kids are great when they're dancing, and you know, being of Irish heritage, I just love coming here and seeing all the stuff going on that's here.
In Butte, John Amy, MTN News.
Oh, it's good to have it back, isn't it? Looks like it was a great weekend in the mining city for the return of Henri Ra.